Oh, welcome back to Newbie Farm the Challenge, in which I attempt to beat not beat, but to play Newbie Farm with just the equipment that God, or in this case, Cavalier Roy gives. I don't think anybody's ever compared him to a divine being. Bit out there. I think I better move that in a little bit. That should be better. And I attempt now to I did put I haven't got manual attach on this. Sorry about that. Completely forgot I didn't have manual attach on this one. Right, I'm going to just drop the weight off here, because we're just going to go on two things we might do. One, we've got to just top the water up. We'll do that first, then I'm going to get the mower on and just get a little bit of grass to put in. Whoa! Helps if I don't jump out of the vehicle. There's an area we're not going to be using. This is where we store all the grain from harvest. Now, if we need to fill up the water tank, I will put the weight back on, because I think I might want all the grip I can get to get it back out the stream. It's early summer, first year, it's June, and we're carrying on the end from where we left last time. I had quite a busy period, and it's going to be videos that still going to be touch and go, and I note good planning, but we've got the celebrant mother's funeral at home, and it's coming round on Tuesday, the day that Farming Sim is 19 is released. I'll get a look at it later in the day, but it's coming just before dinner. I don't think I'm going to get it. I was hoping to start my new series almost straight away, not a drive around and have a look at what 19 can do. We'll find it out as we go along. But more to start yet another new series. I'd like to start a new series off. Alright, we're just topped up this out of do. It's done. You see plenty of grass in there. Now, I did mention in one video that with the grazing mod this would be quite easy, but Roy shot back, said if grazing mod was a part of the map, he would have made the starting conditions even tougher. You know, it's no fun. It's just no fun. I think he wants to see me fail. Now, Roy's a lovely chap. Really is. And he's one of these models who listens to you. And it's not always the case, I'm afraid. There's one or two who do that. Some of the big names are fine, but there's some who think they're bigger than that, and the worst ones a lot, because they're those who pinch other people's mods and put them up as their own. But I think I ranted and raved enough about that at the start of 17. There's nothing wrong, as Johnny V does, to take somebody else's map, which he's done on 15 on a couple, with their full permission. He always gets their full permission. And then puts his own ideas in. And actually for hard working, which wasn't his origin, it's Woodman's, he got permissions off Woodman to update it to do some extra bits on 15, which he did, released it, and I know he passed on permission for someone to mod his one for 17, but it didn't come to anything, which was a pity. Right, we want this on. Now let's see if we can get out without crashing into everything. Just going to take some grass. I'll have to wait in a good place. Let's take some grass out the sheep meadow. I hope we've got plenty in there. Yeah, forget, because I haven't got hardly anything on this one ever. Yeah, oh, looks like you can see that there's lots of grass in here. I won't want much more on about what we got there in gallons. This is being tons. I don't want much more than a couple of ton at most. I wouldn't have thought. Don't even want that. Now, I'm not going to say anything about how well I'm driving at the moment, because that is always asking for trouble. But we will start opening up as we go in here and hope we don't hook on anything, and we haven't. No, we've gone close to the edge to get some of this stuff which is actually second growth stage, or third growth stage, well, second cut stage, just to speed things up a bit. But I think we'll go for about trying to get 10.5, 2 ton out. Because I'm using the unit convert mod on here. This is an excellent thing. It really does get you more and more involved. Rather than measuring everything in volume, you now can measure in weight, and it actually converts it to roughly the right weight for the amount. And you can actually, because I didn't say how well I was driving there, you can actually convert it to give your own weight per volume for different things. It's very deep, this mod. I'm only touching the, I'm only tickling the surface. Have you ever tickled the surface, missus? As you can see, I'm a bit hyper today. We've been round to the bungalow clearing out a bit. I always feel a bit strange after that. But I came back and the post had been, and there was a lovely letter from the what they call them now. You know, my mind's gone a blank, but the nurse who was looking after her at the end, who was in charge of treatment at the end, as she was dying, I got a lovely letter from her, and it was actually a full letter, handwritten, and it's surprising how much that means. Oh, I think we've got enough here. Don't want to take too much off. Luckily, it only knocks it down to first cut stage, so if you drive over it, it just means you don't get the full benefit of all the extras. We keep that going until we're out of here. Don't know why, because we ain't going to take all that. Lift that lot up and I hope I'll give myself enough room to turn around. Yes. I think we may just drop the mower off before we leave. We really want to wash some of this stuff, but I can't afford a washer. I'm looking for the Simply filter here. Yes, and for those who don't know, I'm playing this using vanilla equipment, base game equipment, DLCs, the straw add-on, and I'm giving myself one good DLC for me to use. Well, not a DLC, but one mod pack, which is the Massey pack. Although I've not actually got anything from the Massey pack on there. No extra money. The money we started with, the cattle we started with, luckily there's bales on the farm. If not, this would have been a nightmare. We've only got 2 fields which are meadows, because I haven't bothered to crop them. It might make a bit more if we cropped them, but the initial outlay would be far too much. We couldn't afford all the equipment we'd need. Like seeder, harvester, because we're not renting anything, we're not hiring anything or leasing anything. Everything has to be owned, we use. You know, you talk about making it hard for yourself. That surprised me. I actually managed to get back here eventually. I'm putting everything into this pit because it's the easy one. Oh, didn't need much at all. Let's just check it's full. There we are, look, 95% clean. Water is full, straw full, grass full, base field full, and we're 1% low on power field, so I think we call that full. Health is 85%. Now, of course, we will lose the rest of this, because I think, if I remember correctly, head I may not. Just jump out and have a look. Yes. And this is now 31%, so it's another 2 days yet. I think it's every 3rd day the pit's ready. It takes 3 days. There's been run under seasons, 6-day seasons. As you can see, keep the forecast up. Not that it makes too much difference what we're doing. We're not making any hay or anything which is dependent on the wet. The grass that's gone in the silage, we wouldn't cut it as it's really wet because it would beggar the mower up, but I'm ignoring little things like that. I'm giving myself some slack. Our big thing is we mustn't run out of straw now. Now we've got power field, mainly because everything, when you first get this map, everything's rendered. And when I say everything, I mean everything. I'll put that on the back because I probably need the forks on before I need anything else now. But in another couple of days, I would say, before we'd be doing any field work. Oh, in this case, meadow work. I'm using the weeder instead of fertilizer. And you should see here's one. Let's just have a quick look round. There's one store here with what's left of base field, not a lot left in here. We've got some more around the corner. We're going to have it. Oh. Now, as this has cost me money, I'm going to turn the engine off. Call me mean. Here we've got the muck we can sell, but we ain't got a lot of that yet. Now we should be able to sell the slurry, but in the base game and all the things I've got, there isn't a single. I'm going to get to the right place, see how much we've got in there. 24,000 litres of slurry, and hardly showing you. You could put that in the BGA or even spray it on the ground, but there isn't a single transport tank to transport to BGA in the base game except for that very big one. I'm using the tractor from the Modern Classics pack because it will do everything for me. Oh. There we go. Our codes, how many codes we got? Anyway, still got 40 hours. We're not going to get many codes this year. What I'm going to do is just see if I've got any eggs to collect. Oops, gone past it. No, all the eggs collected. There's only 87 in stock, so we shan't bother with that. I'm going to fast forward. Use an upside down fast forward mod. Not recommended to use that with seasons, but I use it and with great care, and I know what can go wrong. Hello, I'll be upset. That'd be my own stupid fault. But I'm just warning you, it's not recommended. But you see, we've got quite a bit in here of power field, and we've got some left at the top, so we'll just fast forward quickly. We'll probably go forward to about 4 o'clock, then clean up. 3 o'clock, that's about 4 o'clock. Right, don't want all those sale stuff. Now I bet, no, we're fine. I've got a whole load of grass stuck in here. Oh yeah, look at that. So we need to clear that up, but first I'm going to get the eggs. I don't know how many we've got, I will find out. 11. Not that makes any difference because I don't count them. But we now play Hunt the Egg. A lot of maps now I'm using an auto egg collector because this mini game gets old very quickly. At least it gets old for me very quickly. Alright, looks like we've got everything around here. A couple here. Another one up here. Come to me. Palliative care nurse, which basically means it's end of life nurse, and she's in charge of final care for the patient, in this case mum. Just with a young girl. Well, mind you, I notice now I've got to the age where everybody looks young. Isn't just police who are looking younger. Mind you, in Britain at the moment, if you see a policeman, you're either in a very high crime area or somewhere who's got more money than Norfolk has. In the last 2 weeks, it's been a miracle. I've seen 2 cop cars in our local town. We had our own police station at one time. Austerity got closed. Well, it's still open, but you can't go in there. There's another one somewhere. I missed one. I think we got it. Yeah, we got it. We might end up probably not really worthwhile. I wouldn't pay for the peril. Let's have a look here. Sorry, diesel. What we got here? 55. Same here, we could use this digitate to put in the thing, but got no way of transporting it from here over to there. Which is a great pity. Now, you don't get much for silage. You get even less for muck and slurry, but it all adds up, and it is the case on this. On this challenge is to try and maximise every penny, which is why I got one tractor and one tractor only. I am bad, I don't always switch it off when I'm not using them, which is a bit silly, because it costs diesel. And I should have got the other. I should have got the other forks actually when I got these. I think I got the 60s and I should have got them. Right, let's just check that. I think these are, the 30s and 60s. I think we got the small ones on here. Yeah, we got FZ30s. We should have the FZ60s. But we'd only get 3,000. We sent them back. And they cost 8,000. Forget it. We might do us a problem. I'm not able to get the thing into the onto the tractor very easily. What we got now? We're about just over halfway through this episode. This is one of those series, if you want to see a lot of farming, don't watch it. There's not a lot going on, it's the same thing all the time. But I was doing this challenge so that some people might just be interested to see how I play. This is the way I quite often play it. I set myself problems. I don't always show it on YouTube videos, but this is how I play quite often. Alone, I have a lot of problems. Now, some say I am a problem. That's probably right. A little bit over here. And a little bit more there. Oh, so we've got a little bit more to pick up. Oh, a little bit. There's a couple bits down here. I think we got it all then. No, I don't even attempt to put it in. This one, because trying to turn around here. Oh, I missed some here. Try and pull it out a bit. That's better. There's still some here. I'm going to just try and pick this bit up. Back over and come into it again. Because if you leave it too long, it will just disappear, the grass. And grass is important to us. Everything's important. That's got it. There. I don't know what that's. I was mentioning tons, so there's 0.2 of a ton there. Believe it or not. No, 0.002 of a ton. It's better. I'll say 0.2 of a ton is rather a lot. On, good old girls. You're not doing me too bad, you know. These are the codes we start with. And what is it? I wasn't talking about 19, but I'm going to. That's what you invariably do this close to a release of a new version of Farm Sim. One of the things I noticed watching the videos that Giants are releasing with Virtual Farmer and Simulate, that you can actually pick what codes you want. I think they may just have got that idea from Carlton Crops, but then I'm not gonna argue that pinched an idea. I'm certain that Carlton Crops have pinched a few ideas from Farming Sim. What should we just put this up? Oh, yeah, 17 days. Oh, only got 11 hours left. Now, that's the big thing on this. We tend to run out of hours before we run out of days. Right, so everything I think is done there. Let's just have a quick look at the... Oh. Now, why don't I hook up... There's still grass left in the loader trailer. It hasn't all melted away. No, we don't want much, but I'm going to use a slight cheat here. I'm going to hook up using the weight, and we're just going to take this down and just tip this. That's got it. Now I want to turn around. I'm going to take out this way because it's going to be easier, I think. And find someone just to turn this round in the yard here. Mind you, with this lot on, it does mean we have got to back the loader wagon right down to the feed trough, because there's no way this is going to turn around. And there you can just about do it if you've got nothing on the front and just the loader wagon on the back. Ahead behind the passenger. What's the point? Did I miss it, or isn't there a Euro boss in the 19? I think if anything, so far I'm rather disappointed there's not more small equipment. Got a bit of large, and for those who like the big bud, it's coming out as a free download. I think at launch or just after. And it's the same with the South American map. That's coming down as a free DLC early in the life of 19. Alright, that's it. I've got rain. I was going to leave this out stand outside, but shan't bother. Oh, by the way, those who think I needn't really bother to clean it because we've got rain coming, I use the Dirty Rain mod. I love that mod. I love seeing my equipment slightly dirty. Not quite as bad as the Euro bosses now, but just a little bit dirty. So I have the Dirty Rain mod on. That's the mod that stops stuff being automatically cleaned. I'll just check and see if there's anything else we need to do. A little bit short path over, but we'll leave that. Right, I'll switch that off, get out and just fast forward time. We can get away from the tractor a bit. Now we'll do both of this thing again in the morning. That should be well there. Get up at Dawn. Good old Dawn. She enjoys getting up. Well, that was going to rain, but I don't like it's going to now. No, and look at that. Red sky at night, sailor's light. Red sky in the morning, sailor's warning, or shepherd's warning. Depends how close to the coast you live. Round here, put off sailors, because where I live is about 20-25 miles from the coast. From what were once very big fishing ports. Great Yarmouth and Lowestoft. Alas, no longer. It's a boy I can remember. At Yarmouth Harbour, you could, if you wanted, walk from one side of the harbour to the other, across the middle, without getting your feet wet, just stepping from one trawler to the other when the fleets were in. Not anymore, sad to say. Collect the eggs again. I think we might just finish off with just go and have a quick sell of these, shall we? Oh, we'll have to just clean up the mess. I don't want to leave that too long. Again, I don't like leaving the grass in there too long. If you leave it too long, it will actually disappear. The spoils. The stuff they throw out, quite a bit of it. That's actually helped to feed our beasts. There we are. There's not much in there. I think I might already start to go. May have missed it. Yes, we have. Yeah, we missed it. It's turned the R. It's gone. Right, we will go and just sell these eggs and we'll make that our last task of the day. Before we do that, I'm just going to back up and see how well the pit's doing. One of the things I like on 17 over 15, the pit doesn't automatically uncover as soon as you as soon as that's finished fermenting. You actually have to partly uncover it and then it auto uncovers as you're going along. 81% tomorrow. This afternoon, I would say. There'll be some more money coming in. We made a little bit of money. There's 638. I think we're £100 odd before. Once I get over 100 eggs, I like just to sell them, just get them out of the way. And you see the grass hasn't grown enough yet. Just look at the autumn, it's going to be wet, wet, wet. Oh, this is a lovely map. Oh, I will just point out that already on this series you already see a titchy piece of a map. It's quite a big map. Well, it's not so much as a big map, but Roy has got the ability to make a small map look a lot bigger than it actually is. It's a very clever ability to have. Let's just bring up the full thing, just to show it off again. There we are, that's the full area. And it's only really one or two roads. There's one road goes this way, another one this way, but you're mainly on tracks. And a lot of the sell points are off the beaten track. For those who are interested in what I play still, it's available on PCSG. This is version 4 is the one you want for this version, for the version I'm playing. It's fully snow masked. Oh yeah, it's fully seasons ready. And it works very well with seasons. Use your favourite Geo. I don't know, I'm used one here. I may have this vanilla. No, I've got to just remember where the sell point is. Now, there's no extra crops on here, just base crops. It doesn't matter. It's hard enough to make money, believe you me. And one of these here, somewhere around here, is the egg sell point. I can never remember where it is. And it's a long time I couldn't find it here. It used to be actually in the town at the shop, but he moved it. I think just so I got used to where it was, he went and moved it again. Now I know Roy watches most of these, so I can take the juice out of him a bit. Now he'll get back in the comment section. You don't actually go into town. There we go, must go past it. And there's one of these big houses here. Now nobody knows where this is based. That's one of the things about Roy's maps. Nobody actually knows where they're based. Now where the devil were you? Easier because I came out of cab. I could see a lot easier. Ah! Well, I'm not going to bother to drive up there. Here we are. Well, it's only base number of chickens. It takes a long time to get 100 eggs. But there we are, £627. That's better. We now got over £1,000. Alright, we're just about at the end of this. As we're driving back home, I'll do the exit lines. And oh, by the way, as I just proved there, everything is fully collidable. You don't get any free rides on this map. I found no real bugs. I think there is one mini problem with field definitions, but not anything to worry about, and that's only down on 16, the big grass header. It doesn't really make any difference at all. But then again, it's gonna be so much dust at the moment, because if it's like other times when a new farming sim game launches, very few people are playing the previous one. I think I was one of the last to be playing 15 with Old Ridge, which I only packed up a short while ago. But I will be carrying on 17. I've got 2 series planned for 17. One I can start straight away, and one will have to wait until the right map comes along. Anyway, we'll start one day. I think actually, where's the sun here? Actually, look, quite a nice sky there. I like skyscapes. So we'll have that. That's all. From now for this map, just got to remember what to turn off. There we are. And I know on one map I might be playing about a bit without using the HUD a bit. I don't think that's what I'm showing off at the moment, and I'm having all kinds of issues. I am not a Mark DuPont, and it's nice to see Mark back. He works in the tourist industry in Canada through the summer, so he makes no videos at all that time, and in the winter he goes nuts and he makes loads of videos. Mark, lovely fella, but he plays properly, and I'm pinching some of his ideas. As you know, I pinch everybody's ideas. Anyway, with that, we'll say thank you very much for watching. If you like this, please consider leaving a like. If you're not a subscriber, go on, subscribe. You know you really want to. That's not all as bad as this. Some are worse. Any comments, questions, queries, suggestions? If you want to defend Roy, feel free to post in there, but I don't think anybody will bother. With that, I read every comment and I try and reply to everyone. I might as well get all that in. And with that, it's Merman saying cheerio for now. Cheerio.